This video is about, it's kind of a response to, let me look at the title here, black men dating white women. And I watched this video where this white woman was pretty much telling why black men date white women. And she mentioned, of course, the whole having hair weave. White women don't have hair weave, the majority. Women get mad very quickly. Women will leave you if you're broke. Black women will leave you if you're broke. Black women get mad if you pull their weave out, especially during sex. Black women will not stand by their men. And all of this is true. This is all true. And this is not the majority of black women, but this is not the minority of black women, but the majority of black women. They will do this. They will leave you right now, today. As soon as they smell weakness, they will cheat on you. They will do this. A lot of the black women, the majority of the black, 95% of the black women that I know, and I know a lot of women, are not worth dating. They're not. And they'll look at me and say, well, you're not worth dating. But the thing about it is, you can say I'm not worth dating, but then the guy who you were dating after me, you're no longer dating him either. So he's not worth dating. And then so on and so on and so forth. And she also mentioned that you hardly ever see a white woman with 4 or 5 kids. And this is very true. She said you hardly see a black woman with 4 or 5 kids by different baby daddies, and this is very true. And I thought about that, which I didn't think about it before, but you will see black women with 4 or 5 different kids by different baby daddies. This is so true. It's like wow. It's well over 50% of the sisters that I know have children by different men. And when it comes to the white women, this is just not the case. She also mentioned the whole thing about paying bills and how a black woman expects the black man to pay all her bills. This is also very true. Very seldom has it not been. Like I said, it didn't happen all the time, but the majority of the time, it happened. The majority of the time, you expect a black man to go out and do all this. And it's a setup, because the whole term strong black men, the inference behind the word strong is you have a job, you have a good job. You have a good job, you have good credit or whatever in the hell. And okay, fine. If that's what you're looking for, black women, go ahead and look for that. But let me give you some statistics. And I'm not saying that you should lower your standards, but I'm going to give you some statistics, black women, just in case you're not aware. And before I go into this, I'm not against black women. I'm not against dating outside my race anymore. I used to be. I love dark-skinned women, but they do not love me. As a matter of fact, they hate me. Very, very, very much so. And I am not the epitome of black man in their eyes. They'll screw me in a heartbeat, but be with me, stay with me when I'm down, when I'm not working, all that, no. A case in point, I just got in a car wreck a couple months ago, and as soon as I got in that wreck, I lost every friend that I had. And people are gonna say, well, look at the company you keep. It's like, let me tell you something. You people who are saying that, some black woman who's done this. You know of a person who is just like this. So don't try to narrow it down to me and tell me I ain't nothing, when you know people who do this, and you don't live nowhere near me. You don't know me. You live in another state. You know people who are like this. So don't try to corner me and tell me I ain't nothing, when you know people who ain't nothing. They ain't about nothing. They are not about anything. They will do this. You got friends, you got girlfriends who are just like this. As soon as they sniff out weaknesses, when y'all go to the club and a dude walks up, this is, for one, I don't go to the club no more. But when I used to go to the club, I hated walking up to a table. I'm gonna go back to the statistics in a minute. But I hated walking up to a table full of black women, because the automatic look was negative. And then if I asked the young lady to dance, the other girls would convince her not to, be like, nah, no, we're okay. They would even speak up for her. If they thought she was going to be like, yeah, I'll dance, they'd be like, you know what, we're okay. We're okay. And then they get mad if the girl does dance, if the woman does dance with me. Like I asked her to marry me or something. I asked you to dance. I ain't asked you for sex. I just asked you to dance. We're at a club. This is what we do. We dance. And then they love to turn you down, talk about you, and send you walking across the floor. I call it the walk of shame. They love to do that. They go to the club lonely and leave lonely, because they're too busy being just hateful. Even on Facebook, I was talking about how I'm considering dating white women because black women just hate me. And immediately black women chimed in, and it was just a negative response. It was like, I didn't say anything against you black women. And you black women who are responding, you know me, but you won't date me. You know me, but you want to sit there and tell me what I'm not. You're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not this. You want to say all those things, but nonetheless, you go out with you will go down on a drug dealer in a heartbeat. You do it because I know some of you, and you got drug dealer boyfriends who are locked up. Dude locked up 3-4 years, you still with this dude. I mean, get out of here, man. Come on. And one time I did date a white woman, and we went out to a nice restaurant, and she took me to the restaurant. Matter of fact, which I thought was kind of dope. I don't mind taking somebody out, but every now and then I don't mind you taking me out. What's wrong with that? I mean, you want me to fix your tire, and you want me to, fix the car and all this other stuff, but what's wrong with, taking a brother out every now and then? No, you hateful. Oh my God, you black women are so hateful. I've never dated a white woman that was hateful. I never have. I've been in jail a couple times, black women. I've never been in jail over a white woman. I ain't saying that white women are angels, but they just don't have the friction that black women produce. They just don't. And I'm like, I'm 45, and I'll go into that later. Anyway, statistically, black women, since you're all looking for the man in suit and tie, do that. Look for the man in suit and tie. You'll screw a thug in a minute who will knock you upside your head, but you want the suit and tie support, do with the support. But let's look at the statistics. Besides being black men, the black men who are gay, which is a growing number. Then you have the down low. So you're not actually gay, you're bi. Then you have the growing number of that. Then you have the black men who, of course, are deaded or in jail. And I'm not talking about in jail for 6 months. I'm talking about in jail for 5 years or more. Excluding those, the number of black women in every major city is somewhere around in between 7 to 1 or 14 to 1 in some cities. There was actually a show about this where a young lady was talking about, a young man was talking about how he lived in a certain small town, and he said, as soon as I moved in there was 8 women at his door, all black. He was like, they surround you because they're all looking for a dude. He said the biggest problem was a lot of them had AIDS. Now, every race has AIDS. Everybody is prone to catch AIDS, but in this area, it was high. It was like spreading like the flu. It was fast. Black women, just think about that before you start castigating black men because he loses his job. I got into a car accident, and that was it. Now, I'm a private contractor. I do marketing and promotions. And marketing and promotions is contract work. That's how I make a living. You know what I mean? It's easy for me. I make a good living doing it. I can bring in a nice income doing it. One girl told me, she said, you ain't got a 401k, so I don't want to date you. And I was thinking to myself, no, I don't have a 401k because I'm more interested in residual income. But let's look at the people who did have a 401k not so long ago, and look what happened to their money. Look what happened to their retirement money. A lot of people lost their money, the state jobs. A lot of people lost their jobs. I was one of them. I was working for the state of Ohio, and all of a sudden, my whole department was let go. Not me, not because I'm black, the whole department. Hundreds of people gone. Jobs gone. PERS emptied. Let's get it right. We make a living however we can. So to call somebody weak, and even though they're still trying something, black women, man, y'all got issues that I'm no longer willing to fight over or for. I'm exhausted. And the white girl was right. And I'll date a white girl right now in a minute. Because like I said, every girl that I knew jetted. And black women, why do y'all want to be hoes so bad? Why? Why do you want to sleep with every dude with a tattoo? Why do you call a man who doesn't like to fight a pussy? Why is he a punk or all these other names? Because he doesn't like to fight. And then you push him until he wrings your neck, and then you call the police on him because you pushed him. You want to get him jumped, beat up, or all this, and like I said, before you people start aiming at me and saying, well, I ain't nothing, you all know somebody like this. You can go through your Rolodex, you scroll through your phone, you can call that you probably are that person. You know this. And I'm not just talking about like dark skin, I'm talking about light skin. Why do you want to be hoes so bad? Why do you want to be the baddest bee so bad? What happened to being a regular, beautiful woman? What happened to that? Where did that go? What's wrong with being normal? Why can't you just be a loving, supportive person? You ain't got to support me. I'm cool. But whoever you're with, why can't you do that? Why do you have to be a lying, cheating whore? What is in it for you? What happened to being a good, godly woman? I'll date a white girl in a minute right now. But I prefer a sister, but sisters don't prefer me. And it's the reality. Even the ones I trusted the most. Hoes. Just will go to the club, find a dude in a minute, will be on that dude in a heartbeat. I'm like, I don't want to live that life. Like, I know that life. I choose not to live that life no more. I know people who do that. I don't want that. But I'll tell you what, it's hard to find a regular, good, everyday black woman who you can trust and who's down with you. It's like finding a Yeti or the Loch Ness Monster. You think it's there, but but you're not sure. But you're still looking for it. But you're not sure. You look in the water and you thought it was, and then bam! Nope, another hoe. No, or another woman who just wants to be Lil Wayne's baby mama. Like, I don't get it. When I walk around with a white woman, y'all look at me hard. But the minute I roll up on you like, yo, let's go out, let's do something, you scuff like I ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. But I go get a white chick who does all this thing with me, for me, not against me, and then you get mad. Why is that? What are you mad about? I gave you an opportunity, you threw it in my face, and then went and screwed some other dude who you barely even knew. I tried to love you. You don't want to hear love. You want me to slap you up and wring your neck, and then you think that's love. That's not love. Something is wrong with you people. I keep looking at the time. Something's wrong with you women. Something's really wrong with you. And I'm not spending another dime or time on a stupid woman. Just dumb as hell. There's probably some good black women. There is some good black women out there, but I don't know any. I don't know any worth dating. And I had this conversation with my brother. I said, there's none. He was like, you're right, there is none. And, that's a sad thing. Peace.